Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. We had a few technical difficulties, but no worries. We are here to go live with you this morning for That's What She Said with Mary Baehr. Mary does so many things that I don't want to even just put you with Big Frog, but she is the owner of Big Frog T-shirts and more and does so much more. Mary, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for dealing with my technical difficulties.
Hey, I didn't say who they were, but now that you can own them.
I'll own them.
No worries at all. We're so happy to have you on. Mary has been a member of When She Happens for almost since the very beginning, actually. From the very beginning. And we are just pleased to have her be part of our group and our troop. She brings so much to the table, and anyone that knows Mary knows how kind she is, how thoughtful she is, how she's always going above and beyond to really help others. And Mary, we just absolutely love having you as a member. So thanks for being a When She Happens troop, tribe, whatever you want to call it, member.
It's definitely my pleasure. You guys put on amazing events. It's always super fun and engaging, and I really feel like you've kind of changed the way kind of networking happens, and I feel like it's much more intuitive, and I really enjoy it.
Thank you. Rachel's saying hi. Hi, Rachel. So we are going to spend the next 15 minutes talking about you, and so that people that are out there know more about you. And the reason we started these live chats was because we truly believe that people will do business with people they know, they like, and they trust. And this is just another avenue for people to get to know you, like you, and trust you, as we all do. So we'll have some fun talking about what you do. We'll talk about you personally. I've got a bunch of stuff here to show that you've done for me. I'm wearing one of them right now, so it's a little dirty, but we've got some cool stuff. And so really want to help promote your business. And as you know, When She Happens, we're about relationships, not referrals. But this is an avenue to get you some referrals as well, too. So let's have some fun.
Awesome.
So we have so we're going to do 15 minutes. So we'll probably stay on a little past 12:30, probably 12:40.
Okay.
But why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about what you do and a little bit about you.
Okay. So my husband and I started Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more here in Bradenton 3 years ago. And, we do one-off T-shirts like this one. Somebody else requested it. Society of Obstinate, Headstrong Girls. Seriously displeasing people since 1813.
I would like to put an order. Can I get one? Pick it up today.
Of course.
Okay, perfect.
And so the unique thing that we do is that we can do just one shirt. And if it's a shirt that we have in stock, we can turn it around within 24 hours. So those are the kind of cool things that we can do and we can help with. And we can help if you want just one shirt, but we can also help if you want 1,000 shirts. Right now we are helping Johnson K through 8 with their school uniforms. So there are lots of boxes in the store that normally aren't there, but we just have literally a couple thousand shirts ready to hand to families and students as they prepare to go back to school. We also do support little leagues and softball leagues and soccer leagues in our community. We're a big sports family. We have 3 kids that are entering kindergarten, entering 5th grade, and entering 7th grade. So we are very often at soccer fields and softball fields and what else? Yeah, we encourage kids to try every sport. So we're into almost anything. So yeah, we're pretty involved in our community.
Yeah, you do a lot for nonprofits, not only participate, but you also give back. You partner with a lot of different nonprofits. I mean, I know just off the top of my hand, 5 that you probably work with. What are some of the nonprofits that you've worked with in the past or are currently partnering with, and what have you done for them?
So the 2 that jump to mind the most are Bridge of Life and Everyday Blessings. Adoption and fostering are really important and close to the hearts of our family. And those are the ones that we we support the most. We have printed the shirts for the Bridge of Life Superhero 5K run. This is every year in the early February timeframe. Our family has volunteered with them for their foster training nights. So our family will go to the the church where they're hosting it or whatever, and help babysit and play with the kids while their foster families go get continuing education or training or resources, or even just celebrate them and thank them and give them a night off. And if anybody's interested in donating time or resources or financially or whatever, Bridge of Life is an amazing organization that I recommend as well. And they're here locally. Everyday Blessings is also another great one. They're more up in the Tampa area, but they do the same thing. They have they have community houses for foster children. So, those are two organizations that definitely need everyone's help right now. There are a lot of children in need, and there are a lot of families that are stepping up, and you don't have to foster a child to help in that situation. And that's the big message that those two organizations promote, is that you don't have to be willing to foster a child to help. There's a lot of other things that you can do, and they have a lot of ways that you can help.
I love it. We've got Michelle commenting. Michelle, who I would love to have you, Michelle, on. We've got a great stuff to talk about with you and the brewery, so that'd be amazing. Not brewery, distillery. Wrong word, distillery. But yeah, so you've done a lot we did a fundraiser for the Children's Guardian Fund. You guys were part of that. You do a lot of stuff with kids. It's incredible to watch that. I know you've done some stuff with the dogs, right? Did you do something with the dogs as well too?
Yeah, we did something with the guide dogs. So they have a walk, usually every March, to help raise money and awareness for the guide dog organization, Southeastern Guide Dogs, that's here in right in our backyard. They're in Palmetto. So yeah, they do great things. They train puppies and prepare them for the families that need them.
Weren't you the people who didn't you make like bandanas? You made something for them for that as well too?
Yeah, we've made bandanas and t-shirts for them in the past. Yeah, they're a great group too. And who doesn't love all those cute, adorable puppies?
I know. What's so cool about you is that you not only are a small business here in our community that is providing resources back to, like Johnson Elementary, and other schools here and nonprofits, but your kids are also in the schools here as well too. And so you give to the community, you're part of the community, and it's just always incredible to watch what you and Matt are able to do. And we're just grateful to have you in our community, right? It's amazing. Yeah. One of the things that people don't know about Big Frog is that you talked about the t-shirts, but that's the only thing that you guys make. You do multiple different things. So I know I'm wearing this hat. I have my business hat, this hat. I have this awesome hat, Humankind Be Both. And lately, what I think is one of the coolest things that you're doing is, there we go. So you made me my mask, right? So You're making masks. I have a bunch of shirts that I wear for my trainings that you do as well too. So is there anything that you don't do?
We do a lot. And that's why that "and more" is in our logo, or is in our name. We do a lot. And there are things that we don't do, but we have some resources in the community. So we, push, we encourage you to work with other local community partners that will do it for you too. So, often people come to us and say, "Oh, can you make a sticker with our logo on it?" We don't, but we got a friend who can, and we can point you in the right direction. So, come by. And we have so many businesses that we work with in the community that they're complimentary, or they do something a little bit better than us. And we're happy to tell you, hey, they do it a little bit better, or a little bit, or if you need bare bones, cheapest, call this guy. And, we try to do what's best for the customer in the long run. And I think hopefully that has shown in our business.
It definitely has. I think you also did. My mom had some shirts done for my 40th birthday a few years ago. So she came in and did all those with you guys. So it's just been really amazing to see everything that you guys have been able to do for our community. And we're grateful for that. So let's talk more about you as well. So you're balancing a lot, Mary. 3 kids, being a wife, owning a business. You also do some other work as well too, giving back to the community with nonprofit. How do you stay sane? Like, what do you do to keep your balance? And I'm assuming that you are.
That is it's questionable. It depends on what day. I'm definitely a person that does best when I have a lot going on. And I'm not and maybe sometimes I need to learn to say no a little bit better, but I try to do my best and help others. And I also see the value though in being out in nature. You and I did our socially distanced hike the other day. And I truly believe that just like breathing in what the trees are putting out and what the water, like is good for your soul. And it does affect you positively. I try to garden a little bit, though I'm kind of not great at it. I always get surprised if I actually have something grow. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did have 2 children come in here. I don't know if you heard the door opening and shutting. Helped somebody make a ham sandwich while we were on this call.
There you go. It's amazing. Now I'm hungry.
So yeah, it is totally a balancing act, but my biggest advice for everyone that's balancing it is just be truthful and honest. And, we're all imperfect humans that are just trying to get through this crazy time together. So be truthful and honest and kind, accept someone else's circumstances and don't guess what they are. And that's actually a flaw that I have. I actually walk into a room and tend to think I am the least cool person in the room and the least knowledgeable person in the room. And I need to give myself that grace to say, there are things that I'm really good at, and no one else in this room is perfect either, and don't hold them to that high expectation either.
I'm just responding to some Facebook messages you talk about that. Yeah, that's a huge thing, is that be authentic. I think people appreciate that. It's the emotions, we're also emotionally hijacked these days. I'm just thinking about, you've got 3 kids, about going back to school. We won't even talk about those decisions, but because it gets a big can of worms. But all the stress that we're dealing with on a regular basis. I know this morning I had to run out just to get some errands, and I'm wearing my mask, but every time I walk into a store, my anxiety level goes from here up. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And so you're right, we're dealing with so many different emotions. And I think you're right, spot on with a big piece. Just be cognizant of that, of other people.
Yeah. I will say though, there are also Saturday, I worked for 3 hours in the morning, and then I locked myself into my room and I folded laundry, and I totally binged 2 hours of television.
What'd you watch? What are some of the shows that you're watching now?
So Netflix has something I found, Sweet Magnolias, which is really cute, and Virgin River is also. I just finished Sweet Magnolias and I just started Virgin River.
Big fan of both of those. I am not gonna lie, I may have binged and purged on Heart of Dixie first, which Virgin River is the adult version of Heart of Dixie.
Oh, so I can watch Heart of Dixie would my 12-year-old like it?
I think, there's a little bit of risqueness in there.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah.
Right, I'll just add it to my list.
Yeah. So you watch it first. I don't want to say yes. So you watch it first. I wouldn't, you watch it first and then figure out, I don't know. But it's.
Oh, and I did just recently watch all of the Babysitter's Club. And if any of you out there have read the books when you were, a teen, the show is amazing. They did amazing casting. They stay true to the stories, but make it totally modern. I loved it, and my 12-year-old loved it.
Ooh, I'll have to watch that. We had all those books on our shelves growing up. So I have 2 recommend. Yeah, love it. Yeah. Well, tell me, what is, you talked about nature, and you talked about, kind of being true to yourself. Where do you go additionally for inspiration? Is there a book that you've read? Is there a TED Talk you've watched, a podcast you listen to? Where do you get inspiration, or what inspires you?
I listen to a lot of different types of podcasts depending on my mood. Some random things, some great things. I listen to the Rise podcast by Rachel Hollis. She's the author that wrote "Girl, Wash Your Face." I've listened to a couple of podcasts by Brene Brown, and a lot of those are just again reiterating that be authentic, be yourself. And I have found that if people don't appreciate my authentic self, then it's a great filter for people that don't need to be in my life. And I used to have an issue with people pleasing, and maybe it's me turning 40, maybe it's me actually just finally accepting that idea of that not you don't have to please everyone. But those two podcasters slash authors have really fed into that part of me, and I feel like I have kind of accepted. I've been able to like accept some of things that used to cause me anxiety in the past.
I love that. Someone once said, surround your people with lift you up, not take you down. And
Yeah.
it's so true. We talk about social media, and a lot of it's part of our jobs. We've got to be on there. We've got to be doing things, but it can really drain you.
Yeah.
And so there's some people out there that you're right. If it feels like if you don't like me for who I am, my authentic self, then that's okay. It's okay. We don't have to be a part of that. And that was one of the things that we get so much feedback from about when shit happens, is that we are all so authentic that there's no competition. I mean, we have multiple bankers, multiple realtors, multiple mortgage brokers, multiple coaches, multiple website designers. We have multiples of every industry, and we all work together. We collaborate. We get together. There's no competition. When someone feels like you're competing with them, it's this like that. It's no one needs to compete. We're all in this to help each other out. And our mentality is that we're here to help other women, support other women, empower other women. And if that's who you are, then you're part of our tribe. If you're all about competition and figuring that out, then that's okay. We're not the networking group for you.
Yeah. Yep. And honestly, I've loved everybody I've interacted with in the When She Happens group. So, looking forward to an opportunity to socially distance but still maybe have some face-to-face with you guys. I mean, it's been great so far, and we've, looking forward to seeing you guys again. And I also realize this is just a season. That's also something else I've kind of come to accept, that this coronavirus thing, it is a season. It is hard, and it's lasting quite a while. And I even had a conversation with my children, like, okay, this has been hard, but what have we appreciated from this time? We have spent more time together. We've spent less time apart. We've found new games that we like to play as a family. I have my whole family can ride two-wheelers. Each kid has learned how to cook something. Like even Charlie learned how to, like, because he learned how to read, he could learn how to write, make brownies. So like,
he's 5, right? He's 5.
He's 5. Yep. So, like I have to, I try to, like, I get, I want to go out. I want to have drinks with my girlfriends. I want to do this. And, I just remind myself it's just a season, and there are positives to this season as well. It can be hard, but there are positives.
You're so true. Well, we are looking to plan a lunch event. Bring your own blanket, bring your own food, and we'll find a picnic area that's shaded somewhere. If anyone has their recommendations, let us know. Where we're all for lunch, we'll do a networking event outside. So we can be far from each other. We can bring our own food, safe, but we can still see faces. There's something to be said about that energy with us all there in the same area. And so we're going to pick a date. We're going to make it happen. Maybe not in the next week or two when it's 100 million degrees outside, but we'll make it happen, especially because of what you said. It's just nice to be able to see people. And I think it's so cool. You talked about your family and how you like the games that you like, and you guys are big Mexican Train fans.
Yeah.
And so that's a great game to play with kids. How long does it take you typically with the 5 of you to complete the we'll set in the full game?
A couple of days. Like usually we do 3 rounds per evening. So our dining room table will maybe taken up by Mexican Train for a couple of days, and we'll just eat at the counter. We've also gotten into pickleball. It's like, we've at first the kids were just kind of do it, and then we kind of joined. But like last night, I was already sweaty, and my husband was too, and I was like, let's just go outside and hit the pickleball a little bit and have fun. And get a little bit more of a workout in today, and get a little bit about more of that anxiety and frustration physically out of our body. So yeah, there's some things, there's some positives for sure.
Yeah, it's funny. You just your life is just changes. We've rolled with the punches, and it sounds like you have as well too. And you've adapted. You've adapted to the environment and made the most of it, which is all about who you are. You're this positive being. And I always like to talk about people when they walk in the room brightens up, or those people when they leave the room brightens up. You're people when they walk in the room brightens up. Everyone that talks to you, or, I was speaking, I had a conversation earlier today with someone. I'm like, oh, I've got this. That's what she said with Mary. I love Mary, and so, there's something about Mary that we all love. I appreciate you. We're going to end with two last things. So one, complete this sentence for us.
Okay.
If you really knew me, you would know that. So go ahead and say that sentence and then complete it, please.
If you knew me, you would really know that I'm very Irish.
What do you mean by that?
I am a first generation Irish or Irish American, but I'm also technically an Irish citizen. My mother was born in Ireland.
Okay.
And I have more cousins in Ireland than I do here in the US. I have 32 cousins in Ireland, first cousins in Ireland, and 9 first cousins here in the US.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And now, do your children have a lot of cousins as well too? Like, have you built that for that next generation?
So I mean, they have a lot of second cousins, and they all have a handful of cousins that were born within like weeks or even just a couple months of them. So a couple of years ago, I took my family to Ireland, and my oldest Maddie immediately became best friends with her cousin that was born maybe 8 days after her. And I didn't see her for the next 8 days because I was like, do you want me to come pick you up? She's like, no, I'm good. See ya.
It's so special. Cousins are that's super special. I love it. Well, thanks for sharing that. Now we know that you've got that Irish blood in you. I love it. Second, I would like to put one of those shirts on order and pick that up because it is an awesome shirt. And if anyone else wants it as well too. And also Mary has our When She Happens logo. So if you want to have some When She Happens logo things done, like a t-shirt, a tank top, a hat, a towel, a bag, whatever you want, go and see Mary. She can have that done for you for sure. 24 hours, give them the 24 hours to do it. And you do screen printing, embroidery, and like anything else that I should be mentioning?
So this process with my t-shirt is direct to garment. So it dyes the cotton of the fabric. So so our specialty, the thing that we do kind of the most and the most unique is this direct to garment. And it works on lighter colored shirts. So like if you have a black tank top like yours, if you were to spill red wine on it, you wouldn't really see it. So like we couldn't use this process for a black tank top.
Got it.
So yeah,
but we done very well spilling red wine on my black.
Well, I did see the video you posted about, withholding from drinking that red wine while you had to wait.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Our toddler challenge, yes.
Yes. So we do the screen printing as well. We do vinyl, we do embroidery, we do dye sublimation, and that's pretty popular around here with like fishing shirts and those kind of things, kind of beach cover up, kind of fishing shirt kind of thing. So yeah, we do a lot. We do koozies to keep your beverages cool when you're out boating, perhaps. I feel like that's probably like one of the best gifts for somebody who has everything. Like I know I'm struggling right now too to find my 17-year anniversary with my husband is this weekend, and I am still struggling to figure out what to get him for it.
Years. But like what is the gift for that?
Well, I have no idea. Maybe I should look that up.
Here, while you're talking, I'm gonna look it up while you're doing that. Let's see.
So we found like the perfect gift for everybody who has like a boat. When you have a boat, you pretty much get, there's nothing you really need, but koozies with that boat logo or Captain so-and-so on the koozie is a perfect gift.
Well, Krista Sweeney, one of our members, just got a boat. So we should get her something like that to christen her new boat. Maybe a When She Happens Captain koozie.
There you go. Nice. I like it.
Yeah. So Krista, if you're watching, that might be a gift you're getting soon. Oh, by the way, it's furniture. So good luck with that. Yeah.
I will go build him something in the backyard just right away.
Well, Mary, we appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. If you guys need anything, please go see Big Frog T-shirts and more. They are amazing, and the customer experience is fantastic. Plus, they're a local business who gives back to our community. So every dollar you spend there, and probably will go back into some type of sponsorship or partnership that Mary has within our community. So we appreciate you, Mary. We appreciate Matt as well, too. I know you guys work together there. Michelle, when you're ready, you just message me, email me. We'll get you on here. Anyone else that would like to be featured on That's What She Said, we'd love to have you. To find out more about Mary, it's super simple. You can just email her over at mary@bigfrog.com. If you'd like to learn more about When She Happens, we are easy to find as well, too. We are at When She Happens on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or you can email us at she@whenshehappens.com. We appreciate you, Mary. We appreciate all of you who are watching today. And until next time, that's what she said.
Thanks, everybody.